everyone, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be like a self-help kind of routine and self-care rituals that I wanted to share with you guys. Just a little bit of kind of following on from my one of the videos I did a couple of weeks ago, just all about kind of how to help yourself and how to love yourself and just take some time out to kind of get back to being you. If you have been here before, then hey, welcome back. If you haven't, then hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Sheeran and I talk about all things beauty and lifestyle. If you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me and just mean that you don't miss out on any of my videos. So my first sort of like ritual, or kind of ritual seems a bit weird, but you know what I mean, like my first kind of trick, that's all about kind of meditation and yoga. Now for me, I tend to do more of the yoga side, but some people do tend to do meditation. If you can do that and you do have the capacity to be able to do that and just take some time out just to do some kind of have some me time, get in that zone. You know, there are various self-help books or meditation books that will get you started. You can even do things like mindfulness and just read through information online or information in books. They're always super helpful just to kind of recharge the batteries in the mind. I like to do things like yoga because I just feel like for me it's kind of like doing meditation and mindfulness, but it's in like an active kind of environment. You can either do it in classes or I like to do it on my own, and I just really like to get back to being me, focusing on breathing, stretching, letting all the energy go, all the positive energy come in with your breath in, and all the negative energy leaves your body when you breathe out. That's what it's all about for me. And again, there are so many different kind of online websites that might help you if you don't want to go to a group class. You can always just do this on your own. As you can see in my footage, I'm simply just going into like the middle of nowhere and doing this kind of in like a park on my own, which I just love. Tip number 2 would be kind of pamper yourself. So whether that be through like something like a massage or just taking even 5 minutes out of your day just to do like or 10 minutes just to do like a face mask. I think those always really help me because it forces you to relax, and that then kind of leads me into my next one, which is all about kind of submersing yourself into something on TV, so something like a box set or a film. I like to do this kind of in the evening, especially with the face mask on. I kind of sit down and chill on the sofa with my dog Penelope and just watch kind of just some trash on TV or a box set, just to really submerse your mind. That kind of really just kind of makes you forget about everything else that's going on and just lets you focus on what's on the TV or whatever is in front of you and get lost in this world, and you can think about maybe other things and pick up different things from these box sets and films. Some of them really uplift you, some of them make you really think about stuff, and I just think that's a great way of kind of just switching your mind off from a day-to-day, from like everyday life and from your everyday world. Normally I would get my phone out, check my emails, check my Instagram and my Twitter or whatever you do, and actually sometimes it's good to just switch off from the world online altogether and just have some time back with like reality in yourself. Pampering yourself kind of leads on to my next point. It's all about having some me time. I like to do this in something like a bath situation. I never used to have baths, but now I really enjoy them. I light a really nice candle, put in some really nice relaxing salts or some bubble bath, and just chill and either listen to some music on my my phone, which goes through my UE Boom kind of speaker system, or I watch something on the TV, which tends to be like on my laptop, so I just prop it up on something, normally like the toilet because that's the only thing available, but I'll put something on there and just really relax and enjoy myself, get into it, whether it be day or night. I always just love to have a bath and just take even like 20 minutes out of my day to again just relax. Exercise, so this might sound really silly, but it is actually all about releasing endorphins. So when you do exercise, it makes you feel better and feel good about yourself. It's just like a natural process with all the chemicals that are sort of released naturally inside, if that makes any sense. Kind of doing that in a really broad sense, but basically what happens is your mood suddenly like kind of lifts, and as you're running, you can either, or walking the dog even, or going into the gym. I like to do some weights sometimes. Whatever I want to do, I kind of totally submerse myself in that moment. This kind of like has two kind of separate effects on me. So sometimes I'll go into the gym or into like go out for a run or for a dog walk, and I'll literally be thinking about kind of, right, what do I need to sort out, you know, really collecting my thoughts, getting stuff together, calming myself down, putting like a logical kind of process into my mind to think about how I'm going to achieve them. I sometimes even find that it actually has the complete opposite effect as well. So sometimes it will just totally like clear my mind, which is often what we need when we have a super stressful life, is just to stop and just totally like get back to ourselves again, which sounds really strange, but often that can be done by clearing your mind. If you don't have access to things like, I don't know, if you don't want to go out for a run, if you feel like a bit self-conscious, or you don't want to go to a gym for any reason, exactly, well, for the same reasons, or if you kind of just feel like, I just don't really want to kind of go out, I don't really feel like I have the motivation or the self-confidence to go out of the house to do that kind of thing, then you can actually do kind of at home stuff. And I've done various like workouts at home. You can also just do very kind of like stretches and things like that, you know, stretches at home, but there are always ways that you can get around it still to, you know, make sure you're getting that those benefits in, but you're just not having to leave the house to do it. Next up, I'd say, is to eat well, because actually when you're kind of nourishing your body on the inside, that kind of then radiates on the outside. It's like the same when you look after your skin. If you look after your body, then you do tend to feel a lot better. You know, drinking a lot of water as well, really keeping hydrated, that always makes you feel a lot better. When you're ploughing yourself with kind of rubbishy foods, a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, you'll kind of get, especially with sugar, that initial high, and you'll feel really great about yourself, and then eventually it will like plummet, and as your levels kind of plummet, your mood will plummet as well. So you'll feel yourself just feeling really sluggish, tired, exhausted, and that's when you start to feel really rubbish about yourself again. Obviously, if you're eating a lot of junk food, you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see some of the time. If it's a lot, then that's kind of a way to combat that, is just to kind of remember that what we feed our bodies then in turn makes us kind of radiate that on the outside. So if you're nourishing your body and you're, you know, giving it all the good stuff it needs to grow and to just exist, then that's always a good place to start. Second to last, I always like to do something for myself. Some people like to go out for like retail therapy or whatever, which sounds really silly, but, or go to like, you know, go for a coffee or whatever, just to kind of have some me time again. What I really like to do is kind of mix the two together, so kind of like get out and about, but also like pamper myself. I really love to go and get my hair done. It's just something that I've always loved to do. At the moment, you guys probably know because I've spoken about them quite a lot, I use Great Lengths extensions and I absolutely love them. I think they're amazing. I've actually tried a new system this time, which is a bit like a it's like a tape that they use. So again, it's kind of just hair that they reuse over kind of, I think you can get them done every 6 weeks, and then you can reuse them about 3 or 4 times. When you're eventually done with them, then what they do is they kind of bundle them up. Because the hair is so amazing, they will then make them into wigs for the Little Princess Trust. So that helps people going through alopecia, chemotherapy, especially children. So it really helps them to kind of, you know, rebuild their lives and also feel much better and more confident about themselves, who are going through their own struggles. Obviously far worse than I would say mine are on a day-to-day basis. But again, it's all just about helping people and encouraging people to feel good about themselves. In terms of my own kind of personal reasons for going to things like the hairdressers, I do think it's just, you know, again, it's just feeling good about yourself. And I feel like when my hair's done and when I feel like that's one of the most important things for me. When that's taken away or when that's kind of compromised, I don't really feel that great about myself. And so when I get it kind of either dyed or washed or blow dried or have extensions put in, I just really feel great about myself, and I do think that's a place to start. It's a really nice place to start. I go to the most amazing hairdresser called James at M Hair in Nottingham, and just even getting your hair shampooed and washed for you is like a little bit of a treat for me, and it's like a, I can relax now. And I purposely don't take things to do with me there like work or anything like that. I just make sure I just enjoy it and take some time out for myself. Finally, what I would say to you guys is, although it's kind of like a self-help video, I would say you can self-help yourself, but also pull on those around you. Like, you need to reach out to people and tell people if you're not feeling great or you just want a bit of a chat, and sometimes the best people to do that are those closest to you. So you don't have to go for like counselling or for therapy or anything like that. Just pull on those around you. Go to see your friends and your family, spend time with them if you can, because you'll often find that they will just uplift you and they'll make you forget about the problems that you thought you had, or talk about them with them and, you know, talk them through and make you feel much better, and maybe make you see different ways of dealing with things and actually how great you are as a person. I know for sure like a lot of my friends do that, and I feel so good when I'm in company of them, because I just feel like everything just then kind of just doesn't really feel like an issue, and I just really enjoy myself. And I know that I've got the most amazing, incredible support network around me with my family and friends, where I can talk to them if I do have any problems or anything stressing me and worrying me, and they are definitely what has helped me recently. Even just things like going to a barbecue or going to like their house just for a cup of tea, it does make all the difference. And I'm sure you'll find that they are more than happy to help you as well, because you are the most important thing to them, and you would do exactly the same for them too. So I hope this has helped you guys a little bit, just in terms of maybe thinking of ways that you can just help to give yourself that little bit of love that you deserve, and give yourself a bit of a time out. As I said, life can get so stressful at times, and it can get really hectic and really busy, so it's really important just to take that time out and remember who you are and get back to being you ultimately. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and of course if you guys have any comments on my video today, or you're struggling with anything, you'll find all my information below in the down bar, ways that you can get in contact with me. And also if you want to write me a message, then that would be really lovely. But if you want to talk about something a bit more private, then the ways that you can get in contact are below, and I'm always here for you guys. I will see you guys in a few days time in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.